Hi everybody, this is Tech, and we are once again back after a month. So today we are come with an interesting topic, that is, do AI will eat up all software? From the past years, we have seen that how the AI is grown. They will understand what we say. So we will consider that the future will be of AI time. So did this is a true or it is a myth? So today we are going to discuss on it. And today I will make my own software in Visual Studio and will with the help of only AI and AI. For this I will use ChatGPT. Here you can see in my taskbar the ChatGPT in the Visual Studio. Now I have opened the ChatGPT and now I will give the command like what type of app I want. So actually I am thinking to create a software that will help the student to manage their studies, focus them, and block game notification, etc. in PC. So I will give the whole command and explain what I want. In the first term, the AI work amazing. Like here you can see that the ChatGPT giving the full mind map that what will be the features, how we can create it, and what will be the API coding, etc. The different things. Now I started recording another one. Like I started giving different commands, so this will help me a lot. And here I was also telling the ChatGPT more and more about my idea. So here you can see that the ChatGPT is giving me more and more better result, and this is now we are going to create our own software. Now here I got amazing results because I even don't know how to use the Visual Studio, and it is giving the whole answer in a very step and easy guide. So here I was came here in the Visual Studio to make the folder, but at the time I was became confused that where I have to even create the folder. So I was asking the ChatGPT again that where I have to create the folder, and you can see that after asking this question, that ChatGPT give me a very simple answer that where what type of mistakes I don't have to do and where I have to make this folder. So here before we will reach, the ChatGPT given me some different things that we are going to integrate like HTML, CSS, etc. And now I was asking to create the. So here I was started recording another one. Now in this, what I was said that I want the commands, the other things in a very simple language because even I don't know that what is the coding. So here the ChatGPT is doing its best, like it is giving the whole thing in a very understandable language, and it is the step one where have to create the folder, and this is very simple. Like in the desktop, I have to create the folder with the specific name that the name I have to give to the software, and thereafter the second step was also too much easy. Like what I have to do, then just it is very easy. I have to come to the Visual Studio. Now I am on my Visual Studio, but this time I got confused at where I will found my file. So I was asked to the ChatGPT, and it is given that you have to click on the desktop, then you have to open it. And here you can see that I have opened this, and it takes some second, and then done. Like we got our file in the Visual Studio. As now the upcoming step I was also going to follow, and the next step is to create HTML and other type of files inside the main folder. Now here you can see that I am inside the Visual Studio, and thereafter I just click it, and now I was going to create different type of files, and in the screen you have to see that I have created three different files that the ChatGPT give to me. And now it was saying that you have to check that the file must be created. So I was checked that the all files are created. So now after creating all the files, I also check them. Now what I have to do, I just have to paste all the codes that was ChatGPT gave me earlier. Now for pasting those codes, I was just copied them, and thereafter I started pasting them manually for each of them. Like here you can see in my screen, and I haven't written any of the code. I just take them from the ChatGPT, and I followed the same step for the 3 1, and I got copied all the files. Thereafter, what I have to do, I was again asked to the ChatGPT because as I have told you earlier that I am not going to use my own knowledge. So after doing all of this, that ChatGPT gave me a very interesting reply. Here you can see that I finally done all of the codings. Now after doing the coding work, the ChatGPT ordered me that I have to close the Visual Studio and open the folder. And after opening the folder, what I have to do, I again ask to the ChatGPT, and there it is giving me a full knowledge what I have to do. Thereafter I found this folder and then just open it with any of the browser as per you also able to do. Now I selected the Google, and here you can see that this the minimum UI we got, and this is not too much good because the buttons are not working, not functional. The timer are automatically running out with a very fast speed. Now I again came to the ChatGPT and told it the whole story, and there it gave me a new plan, and the new plan is just fully new from the earlier one. It gave me a new course that it has ordered me to replace with the older ones, and some newer ones also created now. And for the older ones, what I do, I just go there in my VS Studio. Thereafter, I cutted the older one and pasted the newer ones, and thereafter I tested it again. And till now, what happened? The buttons are not working. Like in the earlier one, the buttons are working, but not in a proper manner. But now the buttons are stopped working. So again, I go to the ChatGPT, and again I describe the whole problem to the ChatGPT. And before describing, I was also searched that might be there will be some mistake from me, so I redid it, but thereafter I haven't found it anything. So what I do, I recorded all of my problem and sent to the ChatGPT. Now it think about the problem and give me another new plan, and in the new plan it is described the whole problem in more easy way. So now here we have got some new files that we have to create, like ChatGPT have ordered us. So now I started creating all of the files that are not exist till now, and this is the codes that we are going to write to create our own software. Now we will don't use any of the browser. So now as per the ChatGPT, I created all of my folders that are needed in our software. So I all of these folder created, and thereafter now I have to remove and repaste all of the following codes that are exist already in my VS. So I started repasting all of the codes, and after repasting all of those codes, what I do, I just have to install another thing, that is the node. And here you can see that what is the node. It is a node that is eligible to run the software inside a VS. So for this I don't know that where I will found it. First of all, I was going to search in the VS one, but after a time I got the result that it will be not in VS. So I asked the ChatGPT that where I found the node, and after asking this question to the ChatGPT described it. I haven't found it in the VS, but it will be available freely on the Chrome. So I came to my Chrome and searched for the website. Thereafter the node was available freely, and I installed the node, and I again came to the ChatGPT for more detail, like might be some installation process. And thereafter I go to the browser again, and as my file was downloaded, I started to install that file. And now the node is installing in my PC, and the node is one of the most important thing as per ChatGPT to create our own software and to run them in the VS. So now I started to install the node in my PC. So now here you can see that I have almost done my installation of the node, and thereafter I have to do some extra process of this. Now I installed the node successfully in my PC, and till now the ChatGPT is very helpful for me. But the single mistake was the buttons was not working when I created the software preview. Now, after forgetting all of the mistakes, I started to check that did the node is successfully installed. So as per the ChatGPT, I have to write some of the codes in my CMD that they will check that the node is installed successfully in my PC. So I checked all of the codes in my CMD, and after searching all of the codes, the result is very amazing that I have successfully installed the node in my PC without any of the mistakes. Now, after coming to the ChatGPT again, and I again searched for the specific question, and now I said that the node is successfully installed my PC as per the CMD. So now the ChatGPT gave me another thing, that is I have to check that the node is successfully installed for the VS1. So now I came to the Visual Studio and type the node, and here the terminal was giving error, which means that the terminal is not successfully recognized for the node. And thereafter I came to the ChatGPT and uploaded the image that I was taken from the VSS code, and thereafter I recorded the question and then set to the ChatGPT, and thereafter I waited a second, and then this gave me a proper solution that what is mistake I have done here. So now after uploading the query to the ChatGPT, it gave me a very simple solution for my error. And here you can see that the ChatGPT has given me a very easy simple way solution. Now it is saying that the error is done in the terminal, we have to check it. So for that we have to open the PowerShell, and here we have to run it as an administrator as per the ChatGPT. So I done the same thing, that is I opened it as an administrator. Then I have to put some of the commands on the terminal of the PowerShell to check whether the node is successfully installed in my PC. So here I was put them, and the ChatGPT's codes, when I put them in the terminal, I got 100% right result, which means the node is successfully installed in my PC. Thereafter, the next step was too much confusing for me, as now what I have to do again. Now I have to open the VS again, and now after opening the VS I have to go to the terminal again, and after going to the terminal I just came to the ChatGPT and copied the text that was given by the ChatGPT, and here I see that the process of the node is now doing, like earlier one it was showing error but not now. So might be, but now after the second time I also got an error, so I again take the screenshot of that one and upload it to the ChatGPT. Now as you can see that I have uploaded the file to the ChatGPT, and I also recorded the question or the query. Now the ChatGPT is saying that I am also doing my perfect work, and now the minimum mistake is have to be done. Now we have to solve it. So now ChatGPT give me another course that I have to write in the terminal again. So now I was have to delete the earlier terminal due to some error. Then after that I again come to the ChatGPT to write to see the codes, and to write them in the node of the terminal. So I came to the VS and write starting the codes, thereafter the description and the other things that as per the ChatGPT, and the other, as we know that Zyvra Tech. So thereafter I also filled another information that was required at the time, and now after completing that process I was successfully installed my node in the VS Studio. And thereafter, as the ChatGPT, what I have to do now, I have to make another changes, like I have to changes the codes of the different folders that we have created inside the main folder, which means I have to change their codes. So now here you can see that I have came through the ChatGPT. Now I have to do what? I just have to replace the codes again. Like sometime what happen, for making a software as per the ChatGPT, I have to replace the codes continuously, like it give me a proper solution. And now I was confused here because I was don't know that what is the next step after this. So now I again came to the ChatGPT, I uploaded the screenshot, asked my query, and now it is saying that excellent. I have installed my node in my VS successfully. Thereafter, I have to paste all of those codes that is given by the ChatGPT right now. So now for uploading those codes in the VS, I have to first of all copy all of this, and now I started doing the same step as I done earlier. I copied all of those codes, I pasted again, and now the mistake is came here. What actually I was done, like as per the ChatGPT, in the main file I have to make a single line change, and I done it. Thereafter what happened, a single comma error came out, and actually as I have talked earlier, I don't know coding. So I again take the screenshot, came to the ChatGPT, and again I have to upload the file that I have take out, and I also have to ask my query again, and thereafter asking the query, ChatGPT give me a nice answer that is the problem is important. So what I have to do, whether I will check the whole file again or whether I will re-upload the code. Now what I do, I replace the code and the ChatGPT give me the newer ones. So now I copied them and then pasted in that VS. Thereafter I run the terminal again, and now I have to run the node start. And what happened now, I got a software preview. Here you can see it take time, but the preview is here. And again, what is the UI differences? There is nothing. And again, the buttons are not working, and there is no feature that I was wanted in the time when I was talking to the ChatGPT. So might be this was a disappointing point here. If I talk to or compare to the real developer, might be he take time, but he make what he want or what I want actually. So now after explaining that question or the that query, that ChatGPT explain me again that the features, the design again, like the ChatGPT is continuously repeating the same task for me, as now still I was ready to accept what is given by this AI. So now again I have to replace all the codes. Now the codes given to the ChatGPT for me, I replace them, as the earlier ones I again done it a lot of times. So here is one more time, and after doing the same step repetitively, what I have to do, or I have to perform the same step as I was done earlier, the same thing, and now the UI was changed, like from the center earlier, now it is in the side, but there is nothing to be changed, like there is no feature or anything else, and what buttons are even not working. So I again recorded my voice and again told it to the ChatGPT the same problem, and again the same way, in the same way, the ChatGPT start giving me the answer, like the newer way in which they will explaining me that the newer problems, the newer solutions. But evenly the whole task is like a cycle of water. Even that water will be evaporate, then it comes in the earth surface, then again evaporates. In the same way this is happening. I am asking question, it is just changing the medium of giving the answer, and then the whole summary is same. And again what I do, I started again to copying all of those codes, and again I have to write the same line here, and what it will do, it will install the electron, like this is a UI platform, and through which even after doing this I got a result, and the result is amazing, as you can see here. The ChatGPT even doing nothing, like after repeating the task, here you can see that there is nothing to be changed, like as I have shown you. And again I recorded my voice, again I complained the ChatGPT again, like a cycle, it give me some difference, but the whole summary was same. I have to replace the code again and again. After replacing those codes, I restarted my program again, and after restarting, there is nothing was changed by the ChatGPT, and it gave me the shortcut key of inspect mode also. I also tried that one, but it also doing nothing, like just changing the UI. And thereafter, I go to the ChatGPT again and complained it, and again the cycle was repeated. Like it means you are just going to be mad or be fooled by the AI, and you don't have to be believe on that type of topic. As you can see that I am doing repetitively task of this, again new course, again I started it, and this time I also be going to the same result as expected, and it is done also. So now what I do, I tired of this and go to the Copilot, as it is the official of the Microsoft. And after talking to a half an hour, I increase the speed, and there is nothing. Like even the person was just giving me the relief that we will create, we will create, we will create, but nothing was shown out. I was asking for course, no course were given by the Copilot also. So now even for the last time, what I decided, I have decided to run the deep research of the AIs, like the most powerful version that we have get in the AIs. So what I have to do, first of all, I have came to the project again, and thereafter I got the summary of the project which I have created using the ChatGPT, and the summary was amazing by the ChatGPT. And thereafter what I do, I just copied that is, and again in the same file I ask the ChatGPT to read deep research and then give me the result. Thereafter, as you can see that I selected on deep research and pasted the whole text here. Thereafter, I run it. And for the ChatGPT also, if it was asking some question, I give the answer of that question also. Then it started its research, and now I was came to the Copilot because I also want the result from the Copilot also. So now after coming to the Copilot, I selected the same deep research, and here you can see the Copilot is not be able to take a large input. Here you can see that there is a limit of characters that I have to use. I removed some of those characters from my prompt. Thereafter I gave to the Copilot, and even it is not asked any question, and in a few seconds it gives the result. And in the result there was nothing, like even no code, or even after saying yes there was no change. Thereafter I came to the ChatGPT again, as I have a hope with the ChatGPT only. So now after waiting for a long time, because ChatGPT takes time, thereafter it gave me the code, and the codes was in a very hard language. Even if you are an advanced level programmer, then you still suck that what is the ChatGPT want to say. You may got tired of that one, and now what I do, I ask the ChatGPT to take the course in a simpler language so I be able to understand it. And again the ChatGPT was just making the whole work like a cycle. As you can see on the screen, I have invested a lot of time. Now I will increase the length, because if I don't increase the length, then it might be taken half into the whole hour to complete the whole process. So I will see that in the simple thing that the ChatGPT till now is unable to eligible to provide you a whole software. Yes, it is advanced. It is able to provide you mind maps, help you in coding, but you are not able to depend on the ChatGPT fully, as you have seen. So now you are able to depend on one thing, that is for that you have to come to the YouTube and then search Zyvra Tech, and after searching that you have to click enter, then you see your channel, then click on it, then subscribe it.